going on, all of my healthcare brothers and sisters? I hope that y'all are having a wonderful day. Today we are continuing with the ATI TEAS science portion of the review, and we are going to start discussing atoms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and better yet, hit that bell notification. It lets you know when I post new content here on YouTube. And give this video a big thumbs up, that way other people that are looking for the ATI TEAS review videos know that this is a good video to help you pass it like a boss. Questions related to atoms will test your understanding of the components of an atom. You may be asked to identify parts of atoms based on their atomic number and mass number, and to calculate an atom's overall mass. You may see questions regarding isotopes and overall charge of an atom as well. Let's get started on understanding how the atoms are important on the ATI TEAS. Understanding atomic components. An atom is the smallest unit of an element that still possesses all of the properties of that element. Atoms contain three component parts. Protons are positively charged particles located in the nucleus, the center of the cell. Neutrons are also located in the nucleus of an atom, but they have a neutral electrical charge. And electrons are negatively charged particles that orbit around the nucleus of the atom. Valence electrons are those in the outermost shell of an atom that participate in the formation of a chemical bond with another atom. In terms of size, protons and neutrons are roughly the same size, and they are also much larger than electrons. The atomic number of an element is an identifying number that indicates the number of protons found in atoms of the element. An atom of an element with an atomic number of 8 would have 8 protons. And an atom with an atomic number of 14 has 14 protons. The atomic number is equivalent to the number of protons. The mass number of an element is an identifying number that indicates the number of protons plus the number of neutrons found in atoms of that element. An atom with an atomic number of 8 and a mass number of 17 would have 8 protons and 9 neutrons. To calculate the number of neutrons that an atom possesses, subtract the number of protons from the mass number. Mass number minus number of protons will equal the number of neutrons. An atom with 12 protons and a mass number of 24 would have 24 minus 12 is equal to 12, or 12 neutrons. Protons and neutrons each have a mass of 1 atomic mass unit. That is also known as AMU. To determine the approximate overall mass of an atom in AMUs, we add the number of protons and neutrons. Electrons are left out of this equation because the mass of electrons are so small relative to that of protons and neutrons. Atoms of a given element always have the same number of protons, but the number of neutrons may vary. One atom of nitrogen may have 7 protons and 7 neutrons, while another atom may have 7 protons and 8 neutrons. These different versions of atoms are called isotopes. In the nitrogen example given above, the first isotope would be referred to as nitrogen-14 or N14. The second isotope with a mass number of 15 would be referred to as nitrogen-15 or N15. The charge of an atom can be either positive, negative, or neutral. The atomic charge is affected by the numbers of protons and electrons in the atom. Neutrons do not affect the charge as they have no charge in and of themselves. A neutral atom has the same number of protons and electrons. The protons are positively charged and the electrons are negatively charged, so when they are present in equal numbers, they balance each other out. An atom can give off or gain electrons, which causes its charge to shift from neutral to positive or negative. An atom that has an electrical charge is known as an ion. If an atom gives off electrons, it has fewer electrons than protons, and its charge will be positive, or another name is cation. If an atom gains electrons, it will have more electrons than protons, so its charge will be negative, also known as an anion. A neutral isotope of nitrogen-14 would have 7 protons, 7 neutrons, and 7 electrons. The atomic number of nitrogen is 7, so we know that it has 7 protons, and the atomic number of nitrogen-14 isotope is 14. This means the number of neutrons is 14 minus 7, or 7. The isotope is neutral, so it must have the same number of electrons as protons. A negatively charged isotope, or nitrogen-14, would have more electrons than protons. If the charge is -1, the isotope would have 7 protons, 7 neutrons, and 8 electrons. The -1 charge tells us that the isotope contains 1 more electron than the number of protons. In shorthand, this -1 must be written as N-. An ion with a positive charge, or +1, would be written as N+ or plus. Atoms are stable when they have a full valence shell, like the noble gases do. They gain and lose electrons, forming ions, in pursuit of that stability. Bonds that form between oppositely charged atoms via the transferring of electrons are ionic bonds. Compounds that have ionic bonds can conduct electricity and are water-soluble. Bonds that form between atoms via the sharing of electrons are called covalent bonds. Bonds that are partially covalent and partially ionic characteristics are polar covalent bonds. I hope that this video has helped for you to pass your ATI TEAS like a boss the first time. If you haven't done so already, I want to invite you over to my website at www.nursecheung.com. There's additional resources for you to help you pass this exam. We've got practice questions as well as PDFs of the PowerPoints that I show in these videos. If you haven't done so, make sure that you follow me on my social media. I am on Facebook and Instagram. And until next time, I hope that y'all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!